Welcome to Cold War Conversations, the home of real stories of the Cold War.
There was no lighting, nothing. It was absolutely scary. You know, I remember going in and walking around, and there's no air in there anyway. But then you're thinking, it's dark, no air, you're going into somewhere, you don't know what to expect.
This is Cold War Conversations. If you're new here, you've come to the right place to listen to first-hand Cold War history accounts. Do make sure you follow us in your podcast app so that you don't miss out on future episodes. Last year, I was given the unique opportunity to visit the Nottingham War Rooms. The site is about to be redeveloped, so it's a rare chance to see a British regional seat of government bunker that had lain relatively untouched since the end of the Cold War. The voices you will hear are Dan Caudle, an expert on nuclear culture and history, and Parmi Uppal, Estates Manager for Homes England. Don't miss the videos and photos in the episode information to get a real feel for what I saw and experienced. I'm delighted to welcome Dan and Parmi to our Cold War conversation.
This started for me about 11 months ago when I got an email, and I work on nuclear literature, nuclear culture, and that means I sometimes get some slightly strange emails from people I don't know. And this seemed to be one of them at first, and who said, "We've bought a nuclear bunker, would you be interested?"
So what makes this particular bunker special?
This is one that's just been left as it is. So you'll walk round and there are artefacts left there. There are bits of documentation. There are signs on the doors and on the walls saying what should go in the room, which was their little itinerary for if nuclear war was about to happen, how they would stock the place. This was built in the early 1950s. As a regional war room. About a decade later, it was converted to a regional seat of government. So in the early 1950s, it was thought that people would liaise with central government. By the early 1960s, it became clear that there may not be a central government to liaise with. And then subsequent to that, it might have been a sub-regional control, so a kind of another node in the network. There's some speculation that it might have been an accretion site for Python, which was a plan to disperse government onto Scottish ferries and other things, and then for people to sort of come back together after the catastrophe, and whoever was around to kind of accrete in various places and to try and form government. There have been some changes since, so some artefacts have been nicked, sadly, but there are still quite a lot there. And there have been, the removal of the asbestos has changed the layout somewhat. But it remains a really significant space that we have the opportunity to go around.
As you can imagine, I couldn't wait to visit this location. So here I am with Parmi Uppal, the Estates Manager for Homes England, who's the custodian of the site.
We took it on blind. So we had the due diligence done in the sense that it was desktop. Nobody had gone inside the bunker. So all we had was an asbestos survey which said you can't go in. It's all contaminated. Asbestos dust everywhere, and it was like a black hole. So you can imagine that, you know, I was tasked with looking after a property that I actually didn't know what was in there. We were going to go in, so we had the masks on, the goggles, the white suits, and it was dark in there. There was no lighting, nothing. It was absolutely scary. It was scary, and you know, I remember going in and walking around, and there's no air in there anyway. But then you're thinking, it's dark, no air. You're going into somewhere, you don't know what to expect.
Well, let's step in through the entrance here. So where are we going to go first?
So we've got a 1950s side, which has got the original generator room, and there's the Lansom tubing room.
Let's go and check that out, and then we'll do the 1960s. So we're just coming in through the entranceway here. The flooring has been painted a red colour, which is
that's original. That is.
Yeah.
That's original.
Yeah.
And obviously there's original light fittings and that, but some are missing.
Right.
You've got the big green glass door,
wow.
which is really...
So there's this massive door with big manual sort of like bolts on it. Looks almost medieval.
quite...
Well, the entrance is very handy for the gents. I can see there's a
Well,
gents over here, but we can't go in this one, I don't think.
Yes, let's go in. Why not?
Okay.
Let's go in.
We're just getting the light on because it's very dark in there.
So this room was actually, there was a lot of paperwork stored in here. It was full of files all the way up. So if you see, look at these original shower
original
curtains.
shower curtain that have gone
They're
solid.
Solid, yeah.
Wow.
And the original toilet paper, which is like tissue paper.
And what's that's written on those?
It says government property.
Brilliant.
So it's like the tracing paper.
Government property toilet paper. I'll have to take a photo of one of those. So, which way are we going to turn now?
So, I think we'll go this way, left.
Okay, so we're going to go left. There's a staircase going that we're going to go down.
Yeah,
so
we'll go
it's
to
like
the
grey concrete wall. Is it grey that they're painted?
Yeah, it's grey. The concrete, I mean, obviously you can see the Lansam tubing system as well.
Yeah.
On the roof and the fire dampeners.
Yeah.
All that's original, even the fire.
So these Lansam tubes, that's the pneumatic messaging system where you put the message in like a container and it would be pushed around through air pressure.
It was a vacuum suction, so it was vacuum sucked all the way around the building to provide, information and messages.
This place is so atmospheric.
And can you smell the difference, the musty kind of oil smell?
Yeah, it's a combination of dampness and sort of chemically oily smell.
Have you seen these?
Soap.
This has just been dumped here, but it's...
So this is soap with Her Majesty the Queen's monogram on it, ER. Just going to take a photo of... Fantastic.
I mean, that is fantastic. That is, the original soap on the soap.
So we're just walking into another room. What was this counter for? What was this to hold?
So it says on here, this is the counter room, so room 150. So it's got an itinerary. Each room that we walk into, we've tried to keep it as original and tried to keep the original lists, the inventory checklist for each room with each room, so that it doesn't get moved about. So this is where obviously it's like the post room and the counter system where they passed on the messages or did.
So for example, this one says 7 tables, 9 chairs, 12 trays or desks, 2 bins, and 10 hooks for hat and coat.
So there's 2 rooms here. So one is the teleprinter room, and the other one's the counter room, but they're joined with the partition. Yeah. That you can see across.
Well, and there's still the original sort of desks with the drawers.
Let's have a look, see if there's anything in there.
Yeah.
Every time I come in here, I'm surprised with something different. Honestly.
So it's lucky dip.
Yeah, that's it. I mean, what does that say? Test the quick brown fox.
The quick brown fox jumps over the lazy dog, so that checks every key on a keyboard, and it looks like it's like a teleprinter or fax message.
It says land registry.
Land registry, last service 1977. Does it say 19th of October 77?
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. God, you've got good eyes. There's a sign here that says the telephone is not secret.
Brilliant.
So basically, don't put your messages through the telephone because somebody could be listening.
You just shine that over a bit there. That's great.
That is fantastic.
Yeah.
And it's dated 4th of the 5th, 1967. And look, it's signed as well.
Yeah. Looks like J.W. Orme or something like that. Those are the messages that they've got in, because you're not going to get the postman delivering.
No, I think it was like, like telegrams?
Yeah.
Like that?
Yeah, right, okay. So radio transmissions or telexes and things like that.
I mean, look at this strip of message. So it's like a braille message, isn't it, almost?
Yeah, so what we're looking at is a board with loads of hooks on it, and the hooks used to have messages attached, and what they are I can't remember what these are called, but they're like paper tape with holes punched in them. And again, it's a test message: the quick brown fox jumps over the lazy dog.
I mean, look at that. Look at that sign. Take care when disposing of smoking materials.
Oh, that's got to get a photo of that. Yeah, you forget that, you know, people would have been smoking down here. I would have thought that would be quite a fire hazard.
Well, the concrete building isn't going to go up in smoke.
Yeah, but
honest.
the rest of the contents in it might.
So this is the comms. So you've got the telephone.
Oh yeah, you can see the so there's telephone racks in here where all the BT lines would have come into the building. There's some remnants of telephone wire in a pile on the floor here. And there's more remnants of teleprinter messages by the looks of it.
Yeah, I think these were maybe the site was used.
Yeah.
You know, there's a message on here that says, "We are interested in using English trailer operator, self-drive trailer for reloading our goods to England."
Somebody in Germany, because look, the name is Deal Essingen Buchner.
Yeah. And it says, because I was going to say, you know, the
maybe it was the wrong number.
Brilliant.
Wow. And here's a lovely old metal filing cabinet, and it says the keys for this filing cabinet are held by Mr. Knight, the GPO maintenance engineer. There's a telephone directory for the Nottingham area, and some boxes of fuses, I think. Yeah.
Are they fuses?
Yeah, I think they are. Either that or they're little lights. They could be little...
They look like little lights, don't they?
Yeah.
Bulbs.
Almost like Christmas tree lights. All bits of wire. Do not switch off, that says. We're sort of going around by torchlight, so if you can imagine, we're sort of delving into some of the darkest areas here. I'm not even sure what that would do.
What is that? It's not even like a desk, is it?
No. Is it the wrong way up? And classic old fire hose on the wall with the operating instructions. So it's like a long fire hose that could be wheeled out all down the corridor and into the rooms to try and put out a fire.
So this, we was told that because it's contaminated, they said it was contaminated, that we would have to get rid of it. But I fought for these to stay, because I said, if this building was never used, it was never used. So how can it be contaminated? It can't be, can it? Because it's never been operational. And look at the bottom, you've got the chain and stuff that keeps it in place. Because I think it's very important to have this. I mean, have these in the corridors. When you look even upstairs, you go down the corridor, on the ends of each corridor, you've got the fire hoses. No,
it's great that, you know, you've battled to keep as many of the original features as you can.
I'd want to keep everything as original. Yeah. And I think that's the purpose. You know, what we can keep, let's keep. What we can't keep, and, you know, 100% is contaminated and could be a risk to somebody, then when the building is active, then fine. I mean, these could be put into perspex and closed off if there was a risk. So I think there is a lot of work still to do in terms of preserving the original structure.
Yeah. Room 154, solitary table and 2 coat hooks and a missing clock.
Yeah, a missing clock, yes. Unfortunately, it was missing before we acquired the site.
This place is a maze to try and find your way round.
I think we're coming up for air, to be honest.
But still, the original signs are up here. So we're now on corridor A, which leads to corridor B, apparently.
Right, here we are to the main, one of the main attractions.
So, what am I looking at here?
So here we've got the Lansom tubing system, the messaging system. So you've got these red kind of semicircle balls on each of the chutes.
Yeah.
So the plastic messaging, so kind of like cylinder.
Sort of like cylinder, yeah.
Would go up there.
Yeah.
Through there, and then all the way through the building.
There's a very fine collection of keys on the wall here, on sort of a wooden board. Very important locations such as the male toilet and the female toilet, kitchen cupboard, roof key, loads of roof ladder,
bin main door.
Oh, very important. The door for the bin, I would think. And a collection of cleaning stuff, it looks like.
This is all the original.
Right. You've got Ministry of Public Building and Works detergent powder, which looks in quite a clean box, to be fair. Disinfectant powder. Ministry of Public Buildings and Works spraying fluid.
It's solid.
Yeah.
I mean, look at the Denso paste.
Denso paste.
I wonder what that was for.
For preparation of all metal surfaces before wrapping Denso tapes. And also as a preventative for screw threads, valve spindles and various other things.
So the packaging is like the no frills range at
it definitely is. Yeah. There's no
there's no pictures. It's just writing.
No frills. Yeah, just black and white print on a white box.
It's really fascinating. Look, it says here, Industrial Soaps Limited.
Oh dear. And a nice Shell oil can as well. An crumpled up ordnance survey map of somewhere in Staffordshire.
Sudbury? Is that towards Derby, is
Doveridge. It? That's towards Derby.
Yeah, Sudbury's in Derby as well,
yeah.
I think.
So, don't know what the relevance of that was, but...
I think maybe because Land Registry was in there, so there's quite a lot of maps.
Yeah. Right. Wow.
And then you've got your barrier cream. I wonder what that was used for.
Yeah.
Ministry of Public Building and Works. £7 it says on there.
Yeah. A fine collection of 50s, 60s fire extinguishers. Right. Wow. Fantastic.
Right, let's go.
Yep.
Right. Here we've got the cupboard, which is a storeroom, but it's just been left. Like, we haven't actually gone in and looked at every piece of clothing.
This is like a bomb site. It's basically two shelves or more than one shelf. Yeah, two shelves on either side of a quite small room. In the middle of the floor is just a huge pile of clothing, by the looks of it, like overalls or jeans.
They're overalls, I think.
Right, and then on the floor is a box saying to the Chief Veterinary Officer, Ministry of Agricultural, Fisheries and Food, Addlestone Station, and some sort of what looks like a specimen, possibly, in there, which we definitely won't be touching. And also on the shelves, there's a box marked very urgent by first passenger train.
Swine fever.
Pathological specimen swine fever, which we definitely won't be opening.
I think we need to be taking 3 steps back on this one.
Yes. Yeah, we won't be going any further into there. Now, 105, this I think is the Commissioner's office.
Yes, it is. Yes, I think it is.
You can tell immediately because it's the only one with carpet. So this is where the person who would have had the power of life or death over the people of Nottinghamshire would have resided. And I presume there would have been maybe a small office in here for their assistant, because there's a Lansom tube.
Then it says, when dispatching, open sending door, insert carrier in the tube in the direction of the arrow. shut, sending door immediately carrier, inserted and before sending another carrier. Gosh.
Wow.
Your cooperation will improve service. Oops,
And
careful.
that's me almost tripping over a metal shelf.
Right,
me
look at this. This is the hidden treasure.
The hidden treasure. Oh my goodness. So this is a big bag full of Queen Elizabeth II monogrammed soap.
Smells lovely, doesn't it?
It does, actually. Takes away from the...
They did want to throw this away, but...
Oh, what?
But I thought, no, let's keep it.
Now, what we got... Oh, what's in here? Ministry of Agriculture, Fisheries and something. Civil Defence Manual. Unfortunately, blank. Just the folder covers, by the looks of it. Let's have a look. Yeah, just the covers.
Yeah, just the covers, yeah.
Wow, and probably the world's biggest collection of metal shelves. Oh, some of the labels on here, map material, so it's probably Ministry of Agriculture and Fisheries again. So.
Yeah, these are just empty rooms. So you can see the asbestos that's been taken off the walls, and then you've got like the air handling system. So that had to be removed because they predicted asbestos dust
Inside
in the chutes.
Wow.
This is my favourite room. No, it's not. They're all my favourite rooms. Okay, so this is the plant room.
Yeah.
So some of the features and everything has been left in situ.
Right.
Such as the generator room.
So the one marked keep closed, you're going to open?
Yes.
Right.
100% I'm going to open it.
Wow. Is that the generator?
So this is the original generator.
So made by Lancashire Dynamo and Crypto Limited. And we've got a year? No.
No, it just tells you how many
Let's have a
volts.
look. Oh no, hang on. 1953. Made at Trafford Park Works in Manchester, which is where I've come from today.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Wow, and it's a big beast. It's safe to say.
Yep.
It looks like an aircraft engine, which will be the
And the brass. Look at the brass
cooling
on it.
fan. That's an amazing piece of
Can you see that?
metal work.
Can you see the toilet brush?
There's everything in here.
They don't make it like that no more.
Yeah, I'm not surprised somebody's left a toilet brush behind, to be honest.
Right, guess what else is here? But look at this box.
And that says 4-bomber high explosive something.
What do you think? Come on, give me 3 guesses. What do you think's in there?
But it can't be high explosive. Tools, something like that.
Right, you ready?
Yeah. U-bends and piping. I wouldn't have guessed it was going to be piping.
No. But look at the box.
But I love the box.
The box is fantastic.
Let me just take a photo of the front of that, and somebody may be able to decipher what I've been unable to decipher there.
Right, do you want to go into the women's toilets? Obviously, on a normal, you wouldn't be able to.
No, yeah.
But I can give you access today.
Okay, thank you. Let's have a look. We've done the gents.
Yeah, the women were fascinated. When they came in to have a look at the toilets, all of us, they said it's like being in a club and when you all get together in the toilets. But then they, discovered the paper shower curtains.
Oh, God. So
Solid.
we've got another solid shower curtain. And various stalls here with curtains across them. No doors on any of them. God.
On this toilet paper holder,
Yeah.
it says read once, then destroy. That means use one perforation at a time. And the toilet paper is still the original.
The old, government issue. And some very dusty sinks. So we're going down some steps. So is this into the new bit, the 60s extension?
Yes.
Right.
This is the only thing that marries it together.
Right.
Everywhere else you can't go.
And this 60s extension, there's a staircase going up which is really reminiscent of one of the rotor bunkers, like Hack Green. I can hear somebody whistling.
Somebody's
It's not
happy.
the ghost of the regional commissioner.
Oh no, some more locked units.
More locked.
Oh, index
Filing
cards,
cabinets.
contracts. Oh, shall we open this?
Is it? Oh, it's a folder of some kind.
I wonder what that is.
Now,
Like a graph of
that...
some sort. Filter?
Oh, you know what it might be? It might be a tachometer. You know, like for lorry drivers.
Yeah, lorries, yeah, tacho. Yeah.
I think it's tachograph.
Do you want to take one of this?
Yeah,
clean
I'll
one?
take one of a clean one.
Right, should we go that way?
Yep. I can't get over how vast this is. I mean, the bunker I'm most familiar with is Hack Green, and it's, God, I would say, I don't know, it's difficult to compare it, but
That's
it's...
the fuse board. It looked like this. And this was a tank. There was a tank kit,
Yeah.
a generator here.
Oh, you can smell the oil.
Heating pump. Ah,
There you go. That's what it was for. So it must have been measuring heating flow and outdoor temperature recorder.
oh wow.
So there you go. We've just found the instrument that those pieces of paper were for. It's not a tachometer. It's something to record heating flow and outdoor temperature.
Brilliant.
Mystery solved.
Right, so let's go to the
So-
canteen room.
So what's this room we're in now?
So this room is the room that's next to the canteen. It's room 67.
Right. Okay.
And it's got loads of filing cabinets. So let me tell you. So these black and silver chairs, because this area didn't have asbestos in, these chairs were in this area. So we decided to keep these chairs.
They're quite nice. Nice 60s sort of vibe to them.
I think they're 50s. They're
50s
original.
even?
They're
Wow.
original, yeah.
Gosh.
There's only one way to find out.
What's that? Put them up on eBay?
No, look at them upside down.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay, so we're just turning one over.
It will tell you at the bottom. 19, is it 55?
Oh, that looks like a
Is
6.
it a 65?
Oh, I don't know.
Could be.
We're going to have to
50.
tip over another one. Have a look.
Let it be 55.
65!
Oh, they're still good.
Hey, who thought that I'd be able to date furniture? It's a skill.
It's only when you get a building like this you realise that actually, how do you tell what's 1950s,
Yeah, yeah.
what's 1960s?
Well, it's useful they had the dates on the bottom.
Yeah,
of them.
and this one, look.
So,
Look at this one, December 1974.
right.
So these are later editions.
I love this broken safe over here.
Yeah. Is it PQS Leicester?
And it's got one of these lovely dial things that you always see on the movies when they're trying
Yeah.
to break into the safe and they're listening to the
But it doesn't
clicks.
click. It doesn't click. does it?
Disappointingly, it doesn't
Oh
click.
no, it's a shame really.
Maybe that's just a movie miss.
But look at the vibrant colours, the green, the orange, the dark green,
Yeah.
and the olive colour. It's lovely.
It's a psychedelic office furniture from the 1960s, still with quite a lot of grey in here though.
Let me tell you something. Would you believe that these curtains are listed?
I wouldn't.
And would you believe
I,
that this is listed as well?
and what are those?
The mop bucket tags.
Mop bucket tags. So these are sort of like numbered yellow discs with, numbers on them, obviously. And they're for mops.
Yeah, they were in the they're in the cleaning cupboard.
Right.
So each room,
Yeah.
so it could have been like the regional war rooms, each place, each cubicle
Would have a designated mop.
would have a cleaning.
And if you moved mop 48 into room 49, you'd be for the high jump by the sound of it.
You'd be in trouble, put it that way. I wonder what that is. Go on then.
Oh, God, you're asking me to open these things. I don't know.
It's a jiffy bag.
It's a jiffy bag with
There's nothing
nothing in
in
it. And
Oh.
it says it's for Ministry of Defence, DQA Ops North, Block 7, Spur G, Government Buildings, Chalfont Drive, Nottingham, which is the location of the bunker. So I wonder what was sent in that.
God knows, it's in
And
one
sadly,
of those.
there's no postmark with a date on for us to discover.
Avonmouth. It's in a box.
Yeah, it's an old tea chest.
Is it?
Yeah, that's like tea chests. So a lot of removals and things like that used to be done with those.
I want to know what's underneath this curtain. Why would they cover it?
Don't know, nothing.
Oh, look at this.
Oh, we found
That's
the
fantastic.
advice on the operation of a food mixer with at least probably 50 years of dust on it.
It's look, it's not a Ninja, but it's a CE 100 mixer.
Classy. Made by Hobart. Never heard of them. Probably no longer in business. So, you promised me a canteen or something?
No, I promised you better.
Better?
I promised you the star of the show. I think I've said that 10 times now, but everything's
But
the star.
hey, no, this lives up to expectations.
So this is the original kitchen, 1950s kitchen.
Wow. And it's got all of the original equipment in here.
So you've got the electrical burners,
Yeah?
because this would be electrical, wouldn't it?
So it's got, electrical hobs made by Stotts of Oldham. And it's got loads of, actually quite a few of these hobs. And then it's got these, actually these are quite nice, these red Formica
They're lovely.
worktops.
Let me tell you, I may not have had anything else cleaned, but I had the kitchen cleaned.
Well.
So you can touch anything in here.
Look, can't feel any dust in here.
I can't open that. I think it's an oven.
Yeah. Oh, it looks like they did actually cook something in here at
No,
one
they
point.
didn't.
No?
I think it's rust.
Just rust.
Do you want to see the original fridge?
Yeah.
Okay, here we go. Oh my God, smell that. What's it smell like? Like
God, it
brand
smells
new.
like brand new.
Yeah, it is brand new, because look, there's a guarantee there as well.
And another product from Stotts of Oldham. This piece of equipment is the product Stotts of Oldham is guaranteed against faulty workmanship or materials, with the exception of the breakage of porcelain or glass from 12 months from the date of purchase.
Oh,
and
wow.
it smells, the fridge smells
Nice.
like you'd go into a shop and open it,
Yeah.
have a look at the brand new fridge and it would smell like that.
Pretty good.
Sensational. Some fantastic tea urns. So this is like a row of things to keep the food warm when they're serving them. And again, looks like they were put in yesterday. Absolutely spotless. Some egg and chips, sir? Certainly.
No, the chips are over here.
Oh, chips are over there.
So here you've got a fryer, and it's the Falcon Deep Fat Fryer.
Oh, my favourite brand, Falcon.
Electrically heated, it says. And then we've got a potato peeler next to it.
An automatic potato peeler. What, you just drop the potatoes in?
And then it goes round.
Yeah.
And then it peels the potato.
Wow. I could do one of those at home. So you drop it in there,
Yeah.
let it spin for a while,
Yeah.
and then open it up, and then you've got a nice peeled potato.
They were very
The
advanced.
wonders of modern technology. A
The
museum of British kitchen manufacturing brands that have disappeared. So,
Right, let's go down. Let's go down to the dungeons.
I don't. Oh dear, not again. So we're going down some narrower steps, and there's a definite smell of oil or petrol.
It's a lovely smell, isn't it?
Yeah, and quite an echo down here by the sound of it.
Can you see the original light fittings?
Oh yeah.
What's it say on there? Cowtree. Couch tree.
Yeah.
Registered 85 50 35.
Yeah. Wow. Classic industrial light cover, that, isn't it?
So
Class.
when you're in here, you need to take a deep breath and breathe it in. This is a 1950s bunker.
God. So we're in a huge echoing room, and I'm presuming this was like the fuel.
Yes, it was the
So was there
tank room.
a big tank in there?
There was 2 tanks, I think, 2 tanks in there, and there was
Right.
a tank in there. But it was before we acquired the site, so
Okay.
we didn't see those. But look at the original.
The original step ladder, nice chair, spade and broom over there. Classic. And what an echo. Great acoustics. That'll sound lovely on the podcast. And somebody's left their rubber gloves and a trailing electricity cable in here.
Hello.
Hi, Ollie.
Hi.
Yeah, you okay?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're
How are you getting on?
Good. Just going to take people to the kitchen. Is that up and or it's through this way?
Yeah.
Through here, isn't it? Through
Anyway.
there,
Yeah.
We're recording. We've been doing the grand tour.
Fantastic. Oh, that's good.
Yeah.
We can't call it the Grand Tour
Why not?
because the Grand Tour is the Grand Tour. This is not the Grand Tour.
What? Well, I'm getting the platinum tour anyway.
Right, guys. We're going to go outside for a bit.
So we're now going back up some steps to where the entrance was that we came in.
Oh my God, it's raining.
It's raining. We haven't done the dormitories.
Right.
Can we do that?
Up. Yeah.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Or are you
I'm shattered now. Shall we go back in?
right? Yeah,
This way.
this way.
You know, the stairs are quite narrow as well, aren't they?
Yeah, they're not very big tread, are they?
No. If you've got big feet, you've had it.
Yeah.
Right, let's go to the dormitories. So you've got the female dormitories, and then you've got the female toilets on the same floor.
Right. So were the two sexes separated by floor
Yes.
for dormitories?
But female dormitories, J to M.
By surname?
Maybe.
But what happened if you had a load of McDonald's in or
Wow,
something?
it's going to be cramped, wasn't it?
So how many beds would have been?
So those are the female toilets.
Right. So directly off this dormitory.
Yeah. And then you got the fire dampeners
Yeah.
all in the same floor.
Right.
But you've also got the bunk beds, which are displayed in the next
Oh,
dormitories.
okay.
So your question about where they were going to sleep, you will see. So here we've got the map. Look at this massive map.
Wow. So where was this map found?
This is in the bunker.
But which room? What was it?
We don't know.
Okay.
But I think this was used by DEFRA.
Right.
So look, you've got Chesterfield,
Yeah.
Matlock.
Yeah.
So this was the room. It was full of the chemicals
Right.
and the insects. You know the insects
Yeah.
that I said
Yeah.
on the pins.
Yeah.
And there was like little jars with like poo samples in there.
Brilliant.
It's fabulous.
Just the sort of thing you want to be clearing up.
More shelving. These are the bunk
Oh,
beds.
more bunk beds.
Female dormitories, look.
Oh, yeah.
Store queue.
97 mattresses. Heck.
Oh, these are the beds.
Right.
Right. So how many would they have had in one dormitory?
Not sure. Maybe it was full.
Because you could fit 6 along there, couldn't you? And then, so hang on, the inventory thing here will tell me, won't it? 16 mattresses and
8 bunk beds?
8 two-tier bunk beds.
2 tier. Oh yeah, it's 2 tier, isn't it?
Yeah.
Wow.
So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah. And presumably they would have had lockers or something in here as well for clothes. So if you miss your last train, yeah. The one at Hack Green, they have reenactors there every year, and they stay in the bunker overnight.
Oh, do they?
And they've still got some of the original of these bunk beds in there.
Yeah. Okay, let me show you something here in this room. So you've got the messaging system there.
Yeah.
That's another one.
Yeah.
There's another one behind there.
Right.
So I think these were 2 separate rooms. So can you see where the tape is on the floor? So
Yeah.
these were like cubicles.
So like offices or something. Yeah.
So what they were is, you know, the top dogs,
Yeah.
the regional directors.
Yeah. The
That's who.
Regional Director, Civil Defence.
So everybody who was important and higher
Yeah.
up had.
An office on this floor.
Yeah.
Okay. So this is another big room, but it was partitioned into these separate offices, and there's
So these lockers, the grey colour ones,
yeah.
these are the lockers that were in each of the rooms,
Right.
and these are listed.
Okay.
And I've saved some more treasure.
More treasure. So we just lifted a plastic box off the top of the lockers, which we're just going to have a look in. And so
We've got
we've got a dialing instructions for the GPO for Nottingham 1967.
and we've got some of the messages.
Instructions for how the messages are supposed to be filed. Assorted drawing pins.
So it says here, all messages to be filed in chronological order in the appropriate hour clip.
So they would have marked to show what hour they'd received the message.
Yeah. So you've got the phone book, you've got the messages
Yeah.
and the hours, and the instructions on where to put them.
Right.
And these drawing pins are probably how they pin the messages onto the board.
Onto the notice boards.
So I kept these.
Yeah.
I know it's a bit sad, but
No, this little fragments like this helps to, tell the story.
it says here trunk calls. What's a trunk call?
That used to be like long distance calling. So if you were calling a long distance number, it would be called a trunk call.
So it says here call charges. Nearly all trunk calls are cheaper if you dial them.
Yeah. So it's here, you've got the distance in miles. You were charged more depending on how far you were dialing away.
Wow. Look at this one. When you answer the telephone, always give your name or telephone number.
Oh, yeah.
If you hear a series of rapid pips, the call is coming from a coin box telephone of the new type. Wait until the pip stops and then give your name or telephone number.
Yeah, because the pips will be going while you're putting your coins in.
Yes.
And look, it shows it in shillings and pence. So 4 shillings would be a 10 minute call at full rate over 125 miles. So 4 shillings was about 20p.
Wow. Well, at least the emergency calls were still 999 and the operator was 100.
Yeah.
Oh, look. Telegrams. And then speaking clock, 8081.
Recipe service,
Recipe
807.
service.
That's brilliant. Recipe
Weather
service.
forecast, 8091.
God, you see, this is what you had to do before the internet.
Yeah, that's it.
Brilliant.
Right, let's
Right, I'll
close
put that
this.
back up there for you. Right.
Right. This is another treat, the BBC room. So, can you smell that smell?
Yeah. Yeah, what is it? Sort of like a wood.
And
sort
can
of
right, now listen to your voice.
Oh yeah, it's all acoustically treated. So on the walls are these acoustic panels to deaden the noise. So we get a perfect recording in here, no echoes.
Yeah, fantastic, isn't it?
Yeah,
And the carpet as well.
yeah.
The
to
original
deaden it.
carpet. Like in the
Wow.
regional commissioner's office.
Yeah. And it looks very 60s recording studio like. And another room with the same sound treatment as
Yeah.
well. Wow. Incredible.
And then you've got another room, but I think it's not the recording studio,
Like a
maybe it's for
Like
stock.
a storeroom. Yeah. Maybe where they kept the records to play and things like that.
And you're safe with the...
Yeah.
Oh, this one clicks.
Oh. Might be able to work out the combination on that one. Right. Fantastic. Well, Army, thank you so much
That's okay.
for showing me round. It's been brilliant. It's been brilliant. I really appreciate it. The episode extras, such as videos, photos and other content, are available via a link in the episode information. The podcast wouldn't exist without the generous efforts of our financial supporters, and I'd like to thank one and all of them for keeping the podcast on the road. The Cold War conversation continues in our Facebook discussion group. Just search for Cold War Conversations in Facebook. Thanks very much for listening, and look forward to seeing you next week.